Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning, man. Way too much. While we looping, we shouldn't play again. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy, man. It's going to be another amazing day, man. If you're wondering what See You in the Morning is, it is simply my horrible idea to get up in the morning and give y'all way too much information. That's exactly what happens. I get up here and I start talking about myself, what's going on in my life. Just at way too much. It's just way too much. But I'm excited about it. Today is what's today? Today is Thursday. It's going to be awesome today. Today is a awesome Thursday. We're going to have a good time. We're going to sit, enjoy ourselves, be merry. I'm going to clean my screen. That's what we're going to do. Wait a minute. Let's do this. Let's see what happens here. Screen cleaning. Huh? Look at that. Look at the difference with a clean screen. When you clean your screen, things happen. If you've never watched the show before, man, this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you are a returning guest, man, I thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. Today, I have guests. I have guests on the show today. That's not something that normally happens. I normally have a Beyonce spirit. I normally get rid of the rest of Destiny's Children. I usually get out here and do it myself. Sometimes make my children perform poorly. But today, I decided to bring other people in, and it's going to be fun. The first thing I'm going to do on the show, though, is if I ain't sleeping with you, I'm speaking with you. So what I do is I speak to everybody. Of course, the first three people get the honorary medals is what they get. So let me go ahead and get those out. Bringing the bronze today is Brachelle Peoples' kid winning the bronze. Marsha Trouble Copeland is getting in with the silver, and Crystal Tasty Pinnell with the gold. Who else is here this morning? Let's see. PP, Patricia Pippin, Kim Cat Thomas Jones, Eminem, Michelle McKinney, Lynette Smith is in the building, Katrina, Dolores, Betty's in here, LaWanda, my man James is in the building. Talk to me, James. Rufus Chuck. Letitia's in the building. Crystal Sex Appeal. Brittany B. Michelle, a wonderful artist, man. The Sheriff Roberta and Tamika all in the building, man. Make sure thank y'all so much for being here. Share this morning. This morning, the Pride of North Carolina is here. Courtney Weston Murphy, April Burwell. Good morning. Share today. Today, we getting in here. If I tell you to share, you know it's going to be good. I've got guests in the building today, so I want to make sure we do that. Now, before I bring my guest in and we talk about what we're talking about today, if you get an opportunity, if you've never seen me live on stage, well, nobody's ever seen me dead on stage, because that would be weird. That would be a weird show. But if you've never seen me live on stage, I'm at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm opening for Michael Collier. And I've decided that I want everybody to be able to go. I don't want anybody to not be able to come. In the spirit of my daughter being in college, I have gotten financial aid. That's right. There is financial aid. Brittany says she's coming out tomorrow. I've got financial aid. There's a financial aid program. If you want to come out, I'm slashing prices. All you got to do, man, if you go to vb.funnybone.com, that's vb.funnybone.com, and go get your tickets. You pick the tickets for the show that you want to come to, vb.funnybone.com. You pick the tickets for the show you want to. When you get to the payment area, insert the code 10, TEN, Tiny Elephant Nuts. Y'all put those in. Teenage Elephant Nipples, whichever one you want to use, you put those in, and that will give you your tickets will be $10 per $10 per. They're not food stamp tickets. You gotta use regular payment forms, but we'll get it in. So let's get into the show today. We were on the show just a little while ago. We started talking about stuff, and it was in our relationship segment, and we said something that was amazing. We started talking about one of our viewers was a widow, and I said, listen, if you are a widow, how do widows handle being in a subsequent relationship? And if the widow's in a subsequent relationship, she clearly doesn't lose the love that she had for the person she was married to at first, correct? Like you still love that person. It's not like a breakup. A breakup, you can be like, I don't love Troy no more. You can forget about Troy. Now, sometimes people carry, even after a breakup, they still carry feelings for Troy. Troy's still hanging around. But you just know when that person when that person becomes a widow, when the other person passes away, it's very difficult. They get into another relationship. What happens when they still mourn the person that passed away? How do you, as a new person in a relationship, help the person that is still mourning? And I asked the question as a man. I'm the man helping the woman I love mourn the man that she loves. I am the man helping the woman I love mourn the man that she loves. Or the other way, I'm the woman helping the man that I love mourn the woman that he loves. Or because it's 2023, I'm the person helping the person I love the whatever they love. It could go all kinds of ways. I don't know how it works in the alphabet community. But what I did was I realized I'm not that bright, so I brought in some amazingly intelligent people and some people who are actually working through that very situation. So first, bringing in a friend of the show. She is probably the leading owner of letters and certificates and certifications and doctorate degrees in America. She got so many degrees, nobody else can get a degree. Give it up for the thermostat, Miss Malira Green. Y'all show us some love. What's up, Malira?
Hey, good morning, everybody.
You doing all right this morning?
I am. I'm blessed to be here, my friend.
First of all, you're smiling too bright for it to be this early in the morning. You're already in. I don't know what's going on. Your outfit is fine. I don't even have on pants, so that's the whole thing. I'm this shirt just happened to be laying beside my computer, so that's why I'm wearing it. It doesn't go with anything, but we're here. And now bringing in, I've never met these people before. I brought them in just trusting you. Yeah. And you said they liable to say anything. And I was like, oh, well, they're perfect for this show then. So I'm going to bring in two guests today. They got all kinds of people behind them too, so who knows what's happening. And because I'm such a great host, my outfit matches what all y'all are wearing. My outfit, my hat matches your shirt. It's going to match Marquis' shirt. My shirt matches Jasmine's shirt. What other host makes sure he matches the outfits of his guests? I'm going to tell you who. Me. That's who. Give it up right now, y'all, for Jasmine and Marquis. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
Man, it's so thank y'all first of all for being on the show. Y'all have no idea who I am, and y'all came on my show anyway, and I appreciate it. Marquis, you had the appropriate facial expression for this morning. You definitely look like it's way too early for this. Why am I here? That you right now, sir, are showing me what being in a relationship is about. Getting up when you don't feel like it. Right. You love her. That's what it is. Good morning, Jasmine. So let's get into it really, really quickly, and let's kind of explain why you're here. Y'all heard the topic of the show. I'm the man helping the woman I love mourn the man that she loves. And so Jasmine, unfortunately, and I don't even know how to approach it. Really, I don't know how to set it up. But Jasmine, you are in a relationship or married, one of the two, and the person
engaged.
No, I know y'all are engaged, the two of y'all. Yes. But before Marquis, you were in a relationship or married?
Yes. You're not gonna. This wasn't even done on purpose. He's behind me.
Oh, well then, wait, that makes it even weirder if he's right behind you. Gentlemen, he's not literally behind
me. Right here.
On the wall.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Okay, yeah. Like my mama, she's in the living room. I keep her in a cabinet.
That wasn't that it really wasn't planned. This just was the best place for both of us to sit. But yes, I was engaged to Thomas Fields, and he passed away at the beginning of COVID from COVID.
Okay, so sorry to hear that. COVID, which again, I know you one of those people who hate when people be like COVID ain't real. You like, well, you tell me because I lived through that. So Thomas passed away, and then you meet Marquis.
Mm-hmm.
And now
I let Marquis meet me. I let Marquis meet me. I didn't meet Marquis.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Meet me.
Hey, look.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Men have no control in relationships. Men have no control. Women make the choice. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all decide to open up. Y'all do all of that kind of stuff. And then we get lucky enough to catch y'all. It's fishing. Y'all decide whether y'all want to get on the hook or not. It's fishing.
He had been trying for some time.
Oh, so Marquis knew Thomas, but he was like, this my chance.
Nah.
No.
Oh, you didn't even know Thomas?
Nope.
Nah.
You simply must meet Thomas. Thomas. All right, so we're going to get into y'all. Marquis is in there now. Thomas is gone. Malara is here. Let me ask you this, Jasmine, and we're going to get to it, Malara. Let's ask from a clinical perspective really quickly, Malara. Jasmine loses a fiance. You lose a financee. Now, being a virgin, I don't know about all of the things that go on in those types of situations. So Jasmine, Marquis, I want to make sure y'all know that's where I'm coming from. Grown man, virgin. I tell my kids all the time, you got to save yourself for marriage, is what I let my kids know.
He's joking.
So,
Marquis is like, I'm just here. I mean, if he is, that's his fault. He's like, that man got plenty of opportunity out there.
That's Marquis' strength. He sits back, he watches, and he listens, and he's like, Yeah.
He comes back. Did I hear what I thought I heard? All right. So first things first, Malara. Let's ask this, and let me see if what you're saying matches kind of what Jasmine went through. What does one experience when they lose the person they love? When you're in a interpersonal relationship, a eros situation, what are some of the things that you go through when you lose a person that you love unexpectedly?
Yeah, so everybody grieves differently, and I think sometimes the question is, how long do you grieve before you move forward? And the reality is only you can determine that, because all of us are going to go through different emotions and feelings. And it also depends on what lesson did I learn from that person's life. Like, am I going to continue that legacy, or am I going to get stuck there? And either one is not good or bad. So when people are grieving, we have to understand there's no right way to grieve. There's no right way to go forward. So it's all about just don't stop living. That's one thing that I tell people. Like, you can grieve and not be okay and have your moments, and there's no destination with grief. Like, you don't grieve to become happy. It's going to continue to be moments in yo-yo, and you're going to go between the bargaining and denial and the depression and the anger, and then I accept the fact that person's gone. So it's really just giving yourself permission to go through the ebb and flow of the feelings that comes with that, and only you know how you want to honor that person's life. For some people, they may say, I'm never going to move on again. For others, they may say, hey, I'm still going to honor this person's life by living my life. And I know that this person will want me to be happy. So if I do happen to move on, then I'm okay with moving on. And I think that's really the process that people feel. But you're going to feel a plethora of different emotions, especially if it is suddenly and not planned. Because anything that once was, if it's gone, you're going to grieve that. You're going to feel those emotions if you allow yourself to.
I think the saying right now is, what is grief but love continuing? And that's an interesting phrase. And I think I believe in that. Now, Jasmine, you lose a fiance. What were your feelings when that happened? And then what led you to be able to open back up?
Ooh. The steps to getting, well, first of all, I want to thank both of you for having us and having this conversation, because I think that I've answered so many people individually when they've asked me one-on-one and sharing their own story. So I don't think that I've had an opportunity to share on any platform or in any public way.
Look at me out here breaking down barriers. I'm fat Oprah.
Process. And I talk a lot, but I haven't talked a lot about this. So when it first happened, I was beside myself. We were planning a wedding. We had literally everything planned out. for our wedding. We had guest lists down. We had literally just closed on, well, I had literally just closed on this house, and he was moving here. So when I found out that he passed away, it literally was the day that I had a truck that I was pulling into this house to move into this house, right when I was in the parking lot. Before I even made it inside of these doors, I got the call from his mom that said he passed away. And I had been praying. I had been asking for prayers on Facebook. So I had happened to be live. So that moment was captured on Facebook Live when I found out that he passed away. And I remember at first it was just silence in my ears, and it was just whoom, whoom, whoom. And then I fell to the floor and I just cried. And there's really nothing I'm trying not to remember the moment so that I don't feel that moment, because I felt it so many times during that time. And I just kept trying to go back and relive and think, I can't believe this happened. And if you know who I was, and if you knew how aggressively I went after everything that I've ever wanted in life, and how I advocate for others, and how I try to hold people accountable, and how I always try to go above, oh, somebody told you no? Oh, no, let me see who is it. It's somebody around here that I can talk to, because Jasmine is not accepting. No, you said what? Okay, I need to talk to somebody else. And in my mind, when his mother told me that he had passed away, it was already COVID. You already couldn't go into the hospital. I had already been making phone calls. The hospital was tired of me. All I could think to myself in that moment was, there's nobody that I can call. There's nobody that I can get to fix this. Nobody's giving me a gift card to make up for the experience that I had. Nobody's giving me a credit back. Nobody's writing me a letter. There's just so many different emotions I went through, and it was something that was completely out of my hands. And if you knew who I was and what I've been through, for something to be so out of control in my hands, it was something that was so difficult for me to deal with. I literally did not want to live. I wouldn't leave the room for the first maybe 2 weeks or so. I didn't leave the room. I didn't eat. I just slept and cried. I howled, screamed at the sky. I went outside. I remember tearing up the grass in the front yard. And I was just thinking, why did you do this to me? Before Thomas passed away, our messages, because he knew he was sick, our messages back and forth. Even before he had gotten sick, I had wrote him a message and I said, I never want to know what life would be like without you. I literally sent him that text message. So it was almost like I put myself, there's no way for me to sum up the feelings that I had in a short time. It's just I just was miserable out of my mind. I could not believe that I had made a goal of what I wanted in my life and my relationships, and the person that I asked for, the person that I said was what I wanted, what I needed, I got it. And he checked off every box that I had, plus some. And I said, I'm never going to be happy again. How could this happen? God doesn't want me to be happy, because there's just no way in the world. You took him from me. There's no way in the world that you would want me to feel this. Why do I deserve to feel these feelings? I was so angry. Nothing could, I didn't want to deal with, I didn't want to talk to anybody. People were messaging me, how are you? How are you doing? And every single, my condolences sent me down a whirlwind. Every time somebody said, I'm sorry for your loss, it hurt me even more. And if they said, I'm sorry for your loss with the T, it pissed me off even
more. Grammar will do it. When they can't,
I was already right there.
I need y'all to know it is a loss. She was not playing. she didn't put him somewhere and don't know where he is anymore. She knows exactly where he was. It's not lost. We're gonna help some people today, Jasmine. We're gonna break them out.
That hurt me even more because I was like, oh, do I say anything? The way that that I just started living my life after that.
It's completely different.
There was different seasons of that though. Because in the beginning, I wanted nothing to do with anybody. I didn't want anybody to talk to me. I didn't want nobody to look at me. If I did happen to leave the house during this pandemic time and somebody even spoke to me, I would go off on them in public. I would yell. Who do you think you are talking to me? I would be one of those women that they talk about in those podcasts. I was that for a long time. Don't talk to me.
You're every woman that I've ever tried to talk to. I get it.
I mean, men would be trying to talk to me, and I'm telling you, I look like, all respect to Harriet. Okay, listen, I look like I was traveling through the Underground Railroad and that nobody was taking care of me because the way that I was walking around looking. Sometimes I look like that now. Sometimes I think Marquis be like, I know this is not what I signed up for. Why you?
Why? That's when we want you. We men are gonna shoot they shot when you in Underground Railroad mode because they feel like you clearly don't have any standards. So I can get in there. If you can come out the house looking like that, then you can choose me. That's exactly what we're thinking.
Would be like, how you doing? How you doing? Let me take you out. You got a man? I'd be like, he just died. They'd be like, it's all right though. It's all right. What's going on though?
So they would be like, so the answer is no.
Tomorrow, you ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah,
it began like that. So Marquis says that I have the story wrong when it comes to how we engage.
So let me get it from Marquis then, because I'm gonna be that guy.
I'll tell you, but I will tell you that I was devastated. I wanted nothing to do with anybody. I just wanted to die. I didn't think, again, and remember, in my mind, Thomas checked off all of my boxes. He was everything that I said that I wanted. And so I thought that I wasn't going to get it anymore. And so I just ignored everybody who came my way.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna do my professional check-in because you see all those letters: licensed clinical social work, certified critical trauma professional,
almost complex trauma
professional. Dash certified A is you pen and a certified stop tripping. It's perfect. I don't think that's what all of those mean, but I just put letters together. So, Malira, all of this is natural that she's going through. This is natural and normal, right?
Absolutely. Like, this the piece. There is no normal, regular way to grieve. It's really not. Matter of fact, I'm actually teaching a course at Virginia Wesleyan that's on death, loss, and grief. And the one thing that I told them yesterday, I said, most of the people we work with tell two truths and a lie. The truth is they had a loss. The truth is I might be here to get support, or I just need a space to be whatever. But sometimes it's I'm okay, and people aren't okay. And we have to literally create that space. So everything that Jasmine felt and the fear, because one thing that would be a blessing too, Jasmine has a story.
And she tells it.
So to know her backdrop of the story, even before Thomas, to lose someone like that after everything she already experienced, it is normal for her to feel like, well, dang, this is everything I wanted. This was everything I prayed for. And God, you're going to take this person away from me. That is a normal feeling. But this is what I tell people, especially those who are believer that start to question God, and people say, don't question him. No, God already knew she was going to have those moments. So it's not my professional space to say, well, don't feel that way because God's going to take care of it. No, feel what you feel. Be mad. Blow up on people. Have your space. When people actually have that permission, the pain won't be as painful as it is.
That's great. So we're going to help some people just with regular grief, just dealing with that, and then relationship too. We're going to deal with all of these things. Patricia Pippen says she knows exactly how you feel, and if I know anything about her, I think she actually lost a spouse as well. So that's something. So now let me ask you this, Marquis, because I'm just gonna be real. I don't know if anybody's ever come to you in the angles. You won't realize I'm not your normal interview guy. Now it's gonna be people who be like, Marquis, you was a lion, and you seen a gazelle at the back of the pack, a little wounded. You be like, oh, okay, just lost one. This my chance. Is that how you saw her? And she said you have been trying to get with her for a while. What when you reconnected, or when you connected with Jasmine after the loss of Thomas, what did you see in her?
See, look.
Look at the devil trying to block Marquis. Jasmine, did you cut him off?
Yeah, nah.
I be asking him all the time. He don't be answering me, so he getting put on the spot.
Oh, my bad.
Oh no, you good. Well, I was in the inbox before I knew she was in a relationship, but she would never. She's give me thumbs up, keep on moving.
Damn, look at Jasmine being right in the relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't get nothing in these boxes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why I ain't getting nowhere, but I kept on.
Listen, I don't want to cut him off. I don't believe in humiliating men when they come to your inbox. Either you're going to be direct with me and you're going to tell me you're interested. If you do, then I'm going to tell you I'm not interested. I don't have to tell you why. I don't have to tell you that I'm in a relationship. When you tell somebody you're in a relationship or you give them a reason, that's just a hurdle. That's in their mind, that's a hurdle that they have to cross. Mm-hmm. So I never shared with him that I was in a relationship, but it wasn't because I was hiding a relationship. It was because, okay, thank you. You said I'm pretty. Okay. You think I'm sexy. Thank you. You think I'm intelligent. Thank you. Think I'm funny. Thank you. Thumbs up. Thank you. That's it.
But Marquis, I'm looking at Marquis. Marquis is not a man that gets rejected. This is young LL right here. This guy is James Todd Smith. He's James Todd Smith. He ain't getting that. If he licked his lips twice, he'd be on CSI. So he trying to holler, and you saying no. So what did you see?
I mean, I just kept on because I did take a full rejection from it. So I just kept on because like I said, she never said nothing bad to me to make me say, no, well, I'm done with this. I ain't gonna let it alone. So I kept on trying. But I guess when Tommy died, that's when I realized she was in a relationship. I understood why she was ignoring me.
That's not the only reason.
Well, this is my side of the story, man. My side of the story.
Let that man have been
my side of the story.
Marquis, this is your time, Marquis. We let her grieve and do all she want to. This is Marquis time.
I'm pulling the LL Cool J style right now.
Yeah.
So
he was alone in his room staring at the walls, and in the back of his mind, he heard his conscience call. Go ahead.
Exactly. So when she made it public that he had passed, I went to inbox again, like, yo, I apologize for coming at you where I did because I didn't know you was in a relationship. If I knew that, I wouldn't even try it. So that's why he continued the conversation with her. Then after I backed up a little bit, I said, nah, man, I'm gonna try this again. Cause I see her grieving over and over again on Facebook, crying and stuff like that. I said, I'm gonna try it a couple more times. Then she actually responded, asked her she got to take out to eat. And that's what went from there. So went out to eat. What was that, man? At first. Oh, nah, I asked you for it. It was Smoky Bones. I took out the first time, took it out to eat.
A high quality first date. As a couple of steps above Applebee's. But it's still financially smart, and you're not putting way too much in there. I like where you went with that, LL. Continue.
So from that moment on, still won't easy. She made it sure that she's still going through a status of grieving everything. Even when I come over, I come over to the house. Look, I was cutting the grass, bro. I was trying to get her bad. I'm cutting the grass.
You was all in. Now listen, man, if you're doing manual labor for her, that's when you've gone too far.
Look, she out there traveling. I went house cutting her grass trying to get her. You hear me?
So I got a question from one of the people in the audience, and she says, well, what made her fun though? Well, I mean, like, if she's already coming in, for me, if I meet a woman, I'm gonna give you the kudos. I'm gonna give what black people have said for many, many a year. Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. Cause I'm telling you, I know your boys had to be looking at you like, you doing what? You cutting grass? Couldn't be me, cuz. If you meet her and all she's doing is talking about him, what made you be like, I'm gonna accept him and still get to her?
Because I understand the grieving. I mean, I understand death. It doesn't bother me. I don't think it bothers me like some people would undercut. I think because of my situation I went through, that death doesn't get to me like it with other people. So I understood that she was going through. I let it push me away to stop doing what I was doing, because outside of that, before this happened, she's still who she was. So I understood that this can actually fade away after a while.
The trauma doesn't mean you're a different person. You're just a person who's gone through a trauma. This guy's great, man. Marquis for president. We don't need. I'm glad we got rid of Biz Marquis. This is the real Marquis right here. So Jasmine, they're asking, what made you finally be like? What was it about Marquis that made you stop cussing everybody out? That made you stop being like something about? And other than his amazingly handsome, good looks. What made you say, okay, I'll go get ribs with this man?
Wow. It was a couple of things. The first thing is, always respected him as a business person. We had originally connected on Facebook for business purposes, and he had actually hired me as a consultant in his business. So I had already when he had done one of our initial intakes, his son kept coming in and out of the room, and I had told him, oh, no, it's okay. You know, we're moms. And I turned my camera and showed him that my assistant was also sitting in the office with her baby as well. And so I was showing him, you know, you don't have
all the child labor laws being broken.
And he started. That was the first thing that I think that sparked my interest, was that he was a great dad. Not only was he a great dad, but he also was trying to work on his business. And for him to come to me as vocal as I am about certain things, and as often as I use analogies, he could have been used in one of my analogies at any day on any topic, and it didn't stop him from coming to talk to me, whether it was business, personal, things like that, because I was always talking and he wasn't afraid. So I knew that he had a lot of confidence. Anybody who sits down in a consultation to do what I do, you have to have a lot of confidence, because I'm likely going to tear your business apart and tell you everything you're doing bad so that I can help you build it back up the right way. So he was very honest and transparent in his business, and I recognized that within the first few minutes of our consultation. So I enjoyed that. After we started going on dates, I really wasn't interested in being in a relationship with him at all, or anyone. To me, I was just passing the time. I'd actually gone to a wedding of one of my friends, one of my high school friends in Vegas, and I had a breakdown at her wedding. I actually recorded a video in the bathroom. This is a true story. And I said that I was going to die, that this was the year that I was going to die. And I planned my own funeral.
Now let's talk about control issues, Jasmine. Let's talk about Marquis. If you all right over there, just blink twice so that we know you still doing okay, man. Because Jasmine is ultimate control. That I can imagine the trauma of you coming from the point of being ready to get married and planning a wedding, and then going to a wedding and seeing this should have been me. I could see that in going there. Now, I realize we're on a morning show, so I know I'm gonna have to bring y'all in for a part 2. It ain't gotta necessarily be tomorrow. We might make people wait a little bit, because y'all are way deeper. Y'all deeper in the ocean. I didn't know all this was coming. So let me ask this, because we got to get to the foundational part of it, right? And we'll get deeper into the story, because people, I think, already love Jasmine and Marquis. We're gonna have a Jasmine and Marquis show if you let Marquis talk. So here's the thing.
He's not gonna let me lay that down.
No. Here's what's hard, Marquis. I'm a grown man. I've been dumped by many women before, so I've been in relationships. How do you personally say that's all right? I know she's grieving Tommy. Yeah, you could put. I'm looking at the wall, Marquis.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of Thomas, 3 plates. I don't see no Marquis picture.
I'm in here.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, but you just ain't on camera. Yeah. How do you deal with her still having that emotional attachment?
It don't bother me at all. I don't put nothing into it. It don't bother me. I still understand it, but it don't bother me. Huh?
You are him. Because I don't know many men that can be like, it don't bother me at all. I could find myself still being supportive. I can find myself still being supportive, but there's got to be some kind of thought process. Now, Malira, professionally, is Marquis normal?
There is no normal, man. I'm gonna keep saying that. Like, what it sounds like is he had his own experiences as well before connecting with Jasmine. So I have a saying that I say you can't feed people if you've never been starving. It sounds like he had a moment where he was starving, so now he can feed her. Now he can be like, hey, I know what grief looked like. I know what grief feels like. So that's your grief. That has nothing to do with our connection. That's your own personal thing. And I'm going to be here to support you if I need to. So for him, it just sounds like he has a really great pace of just empathy to be able to empathize with her, let her feel what she feels, but then also being her safe place. There's a need for Jasmine to feel safe. And he became that. That became way more important than the moments where she still grieves or the moment where, you know, and I've been watching them for a minute. This is my big brother, my big sister, right? So for me, being able to see him say, do what you need to do, and I'm going to be here as you need me. That just takes somebody to be able to step in and say, I know how you're feeling. I'm not going to judge your feelings. Do what you do. But I know afterwards, I know who I am in your life. I know that I'm your fiance. I know that we're about to get married. I'm secure in who I am to you. I can't replace Tommy, and Tommy can't replace me either. So because of that, he just became that rock that she can lean on. So that's what I'm seeing. And just someone who is secure enough to say, I know your pain, but I'm willing to be the thing that you can lean on as you're going through your pain.
So let me ask this, and then if y'all don't mind, it won't be anytime soon. I'll give y'all some more time, probably next week, probably on a Thursday, if y'all still got Thursdays, and if Marquis feels like getting up again in the morning.
I gotta go to work anyway, so cool.
The color balance is amazing. How we got gray on one side, orange on the other. I couldn't have planned this. Let me ask you this, because people are asking this question. Jasmine, this will be the end question for part 1, and then I'll get some stuff from you guys. What was the point? So I'll give experience from my own life. When my mother passed away in 2019, and when my mom passed away, I felt like, first of all, my mom passed away in the shower, so it took me a while to shower again. I was like, I'm not going in no shower. A shower killed my mama. I tried to file charges on the shower, all kinds of stuff. The police thought I was crazy. They like, you can't charge a shower, sir. We can't put a shower in jail. So it was very difficult for me to find that place that my mom held, you know what I'm saying, in my life. And I never intentionally tried to get it. And then I now have a lady that I call Ma, and all she did was just be around and do Ma-like stuff. And she became now when I have problems, I call her, I talk to her. So she's definitely not my mother, but she's now Ma. You know what I'm saying? What led you, Jasmine, to say, I can open up to him and let him even be my safe space?
You know what? It was something that was very, 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 very simple that happened. We were walking in a garage, and there was cars. We had parked in different locations, and I see him running through the garage to come to my car to make sure that he walked me from my car, and he moved me on the side of the road away from the cars where the cars were passing. And I know that sounds really simple, but to me, it was something that Tommy had always done with me. It was kind of like a sign to me that Tommy was always willing to put his life on the line for me. He always moved out of the way for me. It was a show that I want you to be okay. I'm gonna hurt myself before you get hurt. And when Marquis did that, I looked at him and I realized that what I wanted, what I needed in a partner, Marquis was everything. What I wanted and what I needed in a partner didn't change. Who I always desired as a man didn't change. Who I am as a woman, it was this. I am the same woman with the same needs and the same desires. It's hard for me to be manipulated out of my non-negotiables and the things that I want and desire in my life. So why wouldn't another man or anything that I want, if I lose something, if it's meant for me, why wouldn't something, I hate to say better, but why wouldn't something come along that's
why wouldn't that need still be met?
Better than what I had before? Why would I accept anything less than what I had before? And to experience the relationship in the way that I experienced the relationship with Tommy, when you get that type of love and when you get that feeling, you're going to chase after that. When you get that taste in your mouth, you're going to chase after that. You're going to, it turns from me wanting absolutely nothing to do with anybody to craving and desiring that feeling, that love, that support, that being with someone. I craved it even more. And then he ended up showing that. And I always tell people, that old movie where they say digging holes and it's a white lady and it's a black guy and he keeps walking by and he say, I could fix that. Marquis was always fixing stuff. I would be posting on Facebook, I'm looking for a contractor for this. Because remember, I had just bought the house. I'm looking for a contractor. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. He would be like, I'll do it. So he would always be coming over my house trying to fix stuff. And at first I would only let them fix stuff outside. And one day he heard me crying and he said, you all right in there? And I said, no. I said, yes. And he said, I know you're not. He sent roses to the house the next day after he heard me crying. And I was crying in the back. And he sent roses.
What you're not gonna do, Marquis, come on my show and make all the men that are watching it look bad. That's what you're not gonna do. Listen, it's so crazy.
He showed me.
It's so crazy that Marquis came in to fix your house and ended up fixing your soul. That is something amazing.
I fixed it.
We gonna I'm gonna put a pin in it and hopefully y'all come back. I saw a really amazing question. Or somebody who kind of went through it. She says, I have so many questions, time won't permit due to work, but how did you know you were ready to move on? When you have emotional moments of your ex, do you feel guilty to your partner? I want to get into all of that, but not today. Because, I try to keep the show in the morning. People be going to work. So we're going to come in and we're going to work. It's going to be a part 2. So I'm going to hold everybody. I'm going to hold everybody to something. So here's what we're gonna do. Whoa, wait a minute. What you're not gonna do is tell all my personal business. I'm always in your wife. It's your fault for keep leaving the house. Every time I see you leave the house, I'm on my way. Man, Marquis and Jasmine, man, we're gonna get this part 2. I really, really, really appreciate this. Has probably been the best episode I've ever had. And Lyra's gonna ask me for the recording, and I ran out of recording space. So I got to go delete something so that I could get y'all in part 2. So I can go ahead and tear her off the top. Jasmine and Marquis, so we can follow y'all amazing love story and possibly get invited to the wedding. Let us know where we can find you and what kind of stuff you do. Because Jasmine, you clearly are a professional businesswoman. And Marquis, you clearly fix everything in the world. So let everybody know what y'all do and how they can kind of follow y'all. If you want to be followed.
No, go ahead, though.
My name is Jasmine Smith. I can be reached on all platforms. I am Jasmine Smith with a Z. And contacting me or any of the things that I'm up to, you can just go to heyjasmine.com. And you can see all of them.
Jasmine. Listen, let me tell you something. That is Jasmine. Something. Heyjasmine.com with a Z.
Uh-huh.
Heyjasmine.com.
Yeah, it has links to all of my platforms.
The Jasmine entity. A bridge builder and a hope dealer is what Jasmine is. A bridge builder. That's what your website says about you anyway. A bridge builder and a hope dealer is Jasmine. I threw it up there really quick so people could see it. That's you there, right?
That's me.
Not the guy twerking in the elevator. That's not you. But everything else is definitely you.
That is me. That is me.
I appreciate that. What about you, Marquis? Are you allowed to say what you do? Because she don't
well,
want you working on nobody else's house. Cause
Yeah, my name is Marquis Riddick. I don't accept no AKA, no other name other than my name. I'm an HVAC technician. I do HVAC work. Working on many more things outside of that. But that's about it. I don't put too much out there.
But yeah, Marquis is what you want. He ain't out there putting his name in social media. Cause here's the thing, Marquis, I ain't even finna lie to you. These women see how good you are, and there's some vultures out there. They see that you're a good man. It'll be some of that. Let me break this. Somebody right now.
Me and my cousin tussle. They don't want
it.
You see,
that's a real fighter. She say she tussles. She say we tussle. That's the thing. Somebody right now went in there and broke their air conditioner to try to find you, Marquis. They just drank all they free on.
I swear all the time. I said one day somebody gonna be like, "Oh, my AC not working."
You get right there, they naked in the house.
Look, bro,
I'm only naked because it's hot in here.
I do get the phone calls, but I always keep it straight professional. Nothing outside of that. So she ain't nothing to worry about that. Not for that. Yeah.
Marquis, fiance of the year. And Malira, let everybody know, man, of course, a friend of the show, a friend of mine, a very good friend. Let everybody know where they can find you and the services that you provide.
Yeah, so you guys can find me at www.maliratransforms.com. I am Malira Green on Facebook and Malira Transforms on Instagram. I am all things mental health. So I function as a therapist, a life coach, a Reiki master, and a transformative speaker. And I always give my number as well. If you are finding yourself in a space where Jasmine was and you don't feel like living anymore because you just can't get out of that dark cloud, I am here to provide that support, which is 757-609-0694 is the number. So I'm always glad to be up here with my good friend Cletus, Jasmine, and Marquis. I'm looking forward to celebrating you guys in December. And man, this was good, and I really hope that it blessed some people.
Oh, we got to get into part 2, and I'm gonna take the gloves off in part 2 because now we friends, and I know y'all, so I can take the gloves off in part 2. We can ask all of the hard-hitting questions. It's gonna be great, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for being on. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna wrap up the show with just all the foolishness that I give, but thank y'all so much for coming on, Jasmine and Marquis. And I'm definitely reaching on again very soon so we can do part 2. I appreciate you guys. Man, what a show. What a show. Look, somebody already hit me up and text me, I need the HVAC guy. I got you. I'm going to make sure y'all get in contact with her for HVAC. She's already married and her husband fixes everything too. So that's great. Man, what a show we had today. What a show we had today. Y'all can't tell me my show ain't good. I don't care what nobody say, dog. It's other shows out there, but those shows ain't this. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm going to go and try to be a parent really quick. I forgot to make my son's lunch, so I got to make him his lunch and take that to school. So I'm excited. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's been a whirlwind. It's been an adventure. Remember, I'm still losing in the vote. I'm still down. That white lady is still beating me to death. If y'all get a chance, go on Coast Comedy Live and vote for me. Voting wraps up tomorrow, so let's do a big push these next couple of days just to try to see if we can get back in there. And if you go to vbfunnybone.com, vb.funnybone.com, vb.funnybone.com, and go on the Michael Collier one. And if you want to see me live this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm opening for Michael Collier. And here's what I've decided to do. And this is just me. I don't even tell people when I do stuff. If you go to the Michael Collier one and you say you want to see Cletus, though, I mean, you can come see Michael Collier as well. But if you want to come see me live, you go get your tickets. And you look at the tickets. There's shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's just look at the Friday show. Tickets right there are $32, right? And the tickets are $32. You say to yourself, okay, let me select a 4-person table. That 4-person table will be $128. And you're going to go down there and you're just going to go as a guest. You're going to go ahead and pay for the table. Let's skip all over that. If you go right here where it says have a promo, Enter the promo and enter the initials. Tiny Elephant Nipples. 10. You put the promo 10 in there. Your promo was applied successfully. And you go down and look at that. It was $128. Discount amount $88. All the tickets came out to $10. And that's what you can do if you want to come see me. And that works for any of the days. You put in that 10 in there and it's got you. You put the 10 in there and you are good to go. All right. So now I hope to see some of you all this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, man, we are we gonna do it. Man, death is deep. We gotta talk about that, man, because it is interesting. See you Sunday. Word. Thank you, Wilberta, for coming out Sunday, man. We're gonna have a good time all together. Tiny Elephant Nipples. T-E. You know how in the military they each got a letter. You be like T, Tango, E, Echo, N, Nueva. I don't know what N is. But I just like Tiny Elephant Nipples. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna remember that. You're gonna remember Tiny Elephant Nipples. Because you're gonna think of a giant elephant with tiny nipples. All right. We're getting ready to get out of here, man. It's been great. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Oh, November. Whatever. Tiny Elephant Nipples is better. I think not only does it tell you the letters you need, but it makes it a little bit more fun. We had a good time, man. I'm sure you did. I enjoy all y'all for being here. Make sure y'all share the show because that's the only way that the show will grow if you share it. And that's it. I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. I'll see y'all again on tomorrow. See you in the morning. Peace.
Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Yeah. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Yeah.